So here we go. If you've been to Lidl's, I'm sure you've seen these in the freezer department. I'm sure also you'll be able to get them from Polish shops. They are Polish potato dumplings with pork and beef in the middle. You can get just pork, you can get just beef, but I've got pork and beef this time. You've probably looked at them and thought, they look intriguing, or they look nice, and I can tell you they are nice because I've had them before. But you've probably also thought, I don't know what to do with them. So what we're going to do is show you a recipe incorporating these so you can go and get them and you can try them and you can have a nice meal using Polish potato dumplings. They are quite cheap. I can't remember the price offhand, but they're not expensive at all. If your Lidl's have not got them in at the minute, they get them in like now and again. Check out the Polish shops. You're sure to get them there. Sure to get them there. Let's get on and let's get cooking and see, is this going to be any good? So in the pan, bit of olive oil. Now this is garlic infused olive oil, but just normal olive oil will do. If you don't want olive oil, just use vegetable oil, sunflower oil, rapeseed oil, whatever you want. Just a bit of oil. Then we're going to add a teaspoon of cumin seeds. We're just going to let them sizzle away for a bit to release the flavours and the oils from them. So to the cumin seeds, once you start to get the smell, you know that they're cooking. We've added one large finely chopped onion. I'm going to cook that, stir it for a bit, because if the cumin seeds stay at the bottom of the pan, they'll burn. The cumin will burn. So we're going to cook that till the onions are cooked, translucent, whatever you want to call it. Back in a mo. So they've been cooking away, just starting to go a little bit caramelised look, just what we want. So next we add four garlic cloves. There's an infestation of vampires around here. No, it's not, we just love garlic and you need that strong flavour in there. So there we have 4 garlic cloves. Don't overcook the garlic because it will burn and go bitter. Then we add 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Give that a stir. Then half a teaspoon chili powder. Now if it does look like it's drying out a bit, all you need to do is add a splash of water. Just like that. Just a splash for that sizzle. You'll get the smell now. Now you can't hear the fan too loud, I've just put the extractor on. Now to that we are adding 1 chopped aubergine. Now this is optional because some people don't like aubergine. Butter beans would work really well in it. If you don't like aubergine or butter beans, alright, chickpeas. So there's your 1 aubergine. Now I've chopped it, some small bits, some bigger bits, just for a better texture and a better look as well. We're going to fry this off for a bit, and the aubergine should start to absorb some of that flavour. It will be dry because it will absorb the moisture that's in there, so just add a drop more water again. Fry this off a bit and then come back with the next ingredient. Keep adding your splashes of water if it's looking like it's drying out. And now we're going to add 1 sliced red pepper. Oh yeah. And 1 sliced green pepper. Bit more water. And we'll just fry those for a minute and we'll be back shortly. And next we add a squib of tomato puree. Now a squib, I would say, what we got, about a tablespoon. There's not much left in this tube, so I'm just going to use it all up. And stir that in. Smells nice now, and we've not finished adding the spice. Well, the spices we have, herbs going in soon. What we need to add to this is 500 grams of passata. Passata. If you want to be posh, you say passata. I say passata. You know the old thing, right? Here we go. Passata. Any mate will do. It's normally quite thick. You could use chopped tomatoes if you didn't want to use passata, but I don't want the actual tomatoes in there. Just want the juice. The juice. Now, that's that empty. What I do now is I'm going to take the carton, half fill it with water, which will get all the gubbins out. Give it a swirl. And there you go. Tomato water. Tomato water. Splashed it everywhere when I'm stirring it. Oh well. But now we add 1 teaspoon of parsley, 1 teaspoon of oregano and 1 teaspoon of basil. These are all dried. You can use fresh if you want, but I can't get fresh oregano, so rather than use 2 dried and 1 fresh, I've just used all dried. And now it's smelling pretty damn good. So your potato dumplings. These things, it tells you to put them in boiling water and simmer. I'm not going to do that because they're going in the sauce and they're going to be cooked in the sauce. It will cool it down a bit because these are frozen obviously, but do try these. Do try this recipe. And let me know in the comments if you like the looks of it and you're going to try it. Because these potato dumplings are really nice. And they do have them quite regular in Lidl. And they are cheap. I've had these in the freezer for ages, but I've never had time to do this recipe. But being as the mutts are quiet today, don't forget to check the channel out for the 2 little dogs, by the way. We're changing the name. It's probably going to be called Brillo and Mouse. That's it, just their names. Brillo and Mouse. The Brillo and Mouse channel. At the minute, I don't know what it's called. We've just put a name in to get it launched. The link will be below this video. Go and stick them a subscription and they'll love you for it. And you can watch them grow. You can grow up with them. Some of you need to grow up as well. Right. About half a glass of water in there because it's got to simmer and you want it to simmer enough to cook these dumplings. Now that is that. All I'm going to add to it, because I've got a bit left over, and again it's a love or hate thing, I'm going to add a handful of chopped fresh coriander. Just like that. It's not really finely chopped because I want the texture and the looks to be a bit different for this dish. I want you to see the green of the coriander coming through with the red of the peppers and the white of the dumplings. Oh yeah, now that's quite thick there, look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bit more water to that. There we go, another glass of water. It looks quite runny now, but don't forget it is going to thicken up while it's cooking. I'm going to put the lid on that. I'm going to simmer it for half an hour, 40 minutes ish. I'll let you know how long it's been and then we'll come back, we'll dish up and we'll see what it looks like. So that's been going now for half an hour and it's done. Look, nice and thickened up. Do be careful when you're stirring, or you're going to do like I've just done there, you will break the dumplings up. So as soon as they're cooked, just try one, take it off the heat, dish it up like I'm going to do so you can have a final look at what it looks like in the bowl. And there we have it. I've just added a bit of salt and pepper to it. I didn't add any salt to it while I was cooking it because I'm unsure whether this is going to make it a bit salty with the potato. You don't know how much salt they put in those, so it's better to just add your salt afterwards. Be on the safe side with things like this. Let's have a look and see. Let's taste this sauce first. Nice. Aubergine, smoked paprika, all the flavours are coming through. I'm not going to go through what flavours I'm picking up because you saw what I put in there. So let's break one of these up. potato dumplings. You do have to be careful not to overcook these because it's potato on the outside and flour and whatever else they make them with, but it will disintegrate if they're overcooked. So as you can see, so let's see. I don't know if it's going to burn me gob, but that is so good. All you need for this now is a good wedge of nice, fresh, warm, crusty bread, some proper butter on it, and that's a meal done. That would serve with what's in the pan 4 people. It's a cheap meal, and trust me, it's a tasty meal as well. And there you have it. Try it yourself. You can add a bit of salt when you're cooking it, because to be honest, I thought these would be a bit more salty. It's a while since I've had them and I couldn't remember, and they're not. So do add a bit of salt and pepper while you're cooking it. Change it around a bit. Instead of the peppers, if you don't like those, or the aubergine, the butter beans would be really nice in it. Maybe a few peas or sweet potato, just anything, your own veg in there. Use the recipe I've given you for your herbs, your spices, and I'm telling you, it is banging. Thumbs up if you like this video. As always, if you've not liked it, lie about it, give us a thumbs up anyway. It does help the channel out. Drop your comments in below. Are you going to try this? I do recommend it because it is nice. And don't forget to subscribe, it's free. And don't forget to subscribe to the dogs channel, which is probably going to be called Brillo and Mouse. And they said Brillo and Molly then for some reason. Brillo and Mouse. And it's going to be their lives growing up and what they get up to. Stick them a subscription, share their channel as well, and we'll catch you on another one. Ta-ta!